Hi everyone, it's the 18th of September and it's the weekend video update by Trading Channels. This is Burak. Now, the red channel is still in control and you can see the low of Friday basically tested that red bottom band and the backtest of the golden broken bull flag. Right from there, it bounced strongly and it got back into this purple channel that has been broken to the downside. You can see that purple bottom band. It is now broken back into. So that looks very good. I think it's going to get to that golden top band, purple top band and rally to gain back all these losses. This is the CPI announcement, the inflation numbers. And I wasn't expecting this kind of new low with these numbers announcement. I thought it would probably come here. It would come here and then keep on rallying to erase these gains or gain back these losses. And it basically came down much further than I thought, but it is now recovering. And this action on Friday, just before the close, is extremely bullish in my view. And if we look at Dow Jones, it had broken this black support and even back tested it. You can see here the red bottom band is still in control, so the red top band, the red bottom band, the bounce, the comeback, so this is the pullback, and the green bull flag is now formed. If it can break beyond the black resistance, I think it's going to get to the green top band and eventually break it to the upside. The resistance rail, that golden resistance rail, is the line in the sand. It would get, I think it's going to get to that 33,700 level. And there is this gap at 33,700. This is the gap. And this gap is going to get filled. Similarly on ES, the gap is at 4,225. From August. I'm not sure about the exact date, but that's the gap. On NASDAQ, the gap is right here. That is 13,225, I think. The purple broken resistance was backtested here and there. This was the third backtest, which looked like breaking it to the downside, but it is now saved. The red uptrend is still intact, which is why this looks like a bull flag. That black one is a bull flag. The low of June stays. This is a pullback and it will probably come to that black top band and finally break it to the upside and test that green resistance. And this gap is going to get filled eventually, but after breaking that green resistance to the upside. Russell had broken out of the red mega bull flag. So here are the touches. The breakout, the back test at 1790 or so, 1780. That golden support zone held as well, which was tested just on Friday again. And the green support, look at that green, red and golden, and this is where it bounced very strongly. So there is a very good chance we saw a multi-week at least, or a multi-month low on Friday, and it's gonna get all the way to this, first of all, that black resistance. This is what I expect. Maybe come back down and then come to 2,100, unless it breaks back into the red, and that would be horrible for bullish case. Of course, for the bullish case, the bullish case says this here is the very minimum that it can get to. Anything beyond 1,770 or anything below 1,770, 1,760 is going to look extremely bearish. But to me, this looks like bullish still. FTSE had already broken the green bull flag. And let me show you the 1 hourly chart. This is looking good because, all right, this was the breakout. Excuse me, I have a bit of a cold. You can hear it from my voice. This is CPI data announcement, and it made 2 more new lows, marginal lows, and the purple support together with the blue. So you can see the blue one was the bull flag that was broken, and this is the back test. So there is a good chance it's going to recover from here, and obviously if there is a resistance and there is a declining or overhead resistance, it should be this red one. Okay, may touch that red, come back down, and on the 4th touch it may break it, just like DAX. So this is very critical. DAX had broken this black resistance to the upside, came back for a back test after the CPI numbers announcement, 1, 2, 3, and then finally broke it to the downside, opened the gap later on, came down further while it was forming this red wedge. That wedge has been extremely accurate. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touch is broken on Friday. This blue one was the bear flag, which delivered a new low, which, you know, completed its mission. Now it's broken back into, which is bullish, and the wedge is broken at the 5th touch. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th touch. So I reckon DAX is going to open strongly, and it's going to get to that black resistance, possibly break it to the upside to gain back all these losses from the CPI announcement. Oil is anybody's guess, to be honest. I'm not very confident about oil, and the reason is this golden bottom band. So the golden channel was a bull flag, which failed. You can see here it was broken to the downside, but it was broken back up, and it's that golden support is holding again, which is from the technical point of view is not nice to see. You would expect a break to the downside, back test, and coming down, but it didn't. What do we have here is the break of the blue channel. You can see here it was broken, back tested, and rallied. Now if the green bottom band together with the golden, which is at 84.15, I think, if it touches here and then rallies, then possibly the green top band is going to get tested one more time. But it looks like a bear flag formation also. So what I want to say is it is extremely choppy. Okay, it's very range bound, and it's very, very choppy. There is not much really trend. It's going sideways for a long time. What I want to see here for Brent, this is Brent oil. So I'm going to show you the long-term view on Brent, and that will make sense, I think. Obviously, it's still looking extremely bullish. So the very bullish breakout was the purple top band was broken, back tested. That was a mega bull flag all the way from 2007 high, 2008 high. Broken, back tested twice, actually 3 times, 1, 2, 3, failed to break back into, rallied, and it broke that red resistance as well. You can see here. That is the long-term resistance that was broken, which is why we may get a back test on it. And the back test is going to be around 80 or 81. The golden bottom band, if it wants to test that, or together with the black, okay, is going to be also around 80, 81. The blue one we can ignore. The red one, the blue one we can ignore. The red one, this one is already broken to the downside. So this green support, yeah, as you can see also, it was broken to the downside, but then it was broken back up. So that was also a bit of a fakey thing. But what I'm trying to say is Brent around 80 is going to look like a very nice bottom out position. At the golden bottom band, the black and the red. So there are quite a few supports here. between 80, let me show you, that is around 83, and the very bottom band on the golden and black, that's around 80. So between 80 and 83 there are quite a few supports. Now I'm going to show you why I'm still short natgas. The major reversal happened at the black top band at 10. So the bottom band is here, the top band, this is from 2006 high, this is 2022 high, the bottom band 2020 high, low, and 2016 low. So this here is a gigantic channel, and its top band just held, which confirmed it as a channel. So I put this top band here as a potential mega resistance, and that exactly held. So what do we have here is, or was, a bull flag. So the red bull flag was broken to the upside, and it looked very bullish. But then I said, if the black top band holds, we are going to see it penetrating back into the bull flag, failing it, and you can see, oops, sorry, that red top band held again. So this red resistance held again, and then we came down hard to this green bottom band. You can see the green top band, and this here became a channel after this bounce. And this bounce basically took maybe more than 10% rally. Then finally it topped again, it broke down this golden channel to the downside, and it is now breaking this green bottom band. Where do we go from here? Minimum target obviously is the red bottom band. That already has 2 touches. So third touch below 750. Rally maybe bounce to back test the green and then come down. And the target for this move is around 6, which is the purple bottom band. That purple channel is textbook, you can see here. And if we see another bounce, that will be a long entry clearly. But then after that, maybe it breaks to the downside, and that will be very bad. For the long term, it may come down all the way to 3, 4, 5, you name it. So gold, very, very critical days. And the reason is, first of all, this purple bottom band and the purple bull flag this week was broken to the downside. Right, this move is a very, very critical move to the downside, okay? At 1675, 1670, it broke it to the downside. But why did we bounce? Two factors here. This green bottom band, okay, right there. But more importantly, this 22-year trend, 20-year trend. Okay, this is from 2002, right there. Okay, I'm going to show it on the weekly chart. Right there, okay. So this is 2001, 2002, another touch here in 2018-19, and here we are, another touch right here. So, I mean, if it does break, obviously we're going to have much more downside on gold. And the fact that this purple support is broken is looking very, very bearish. I was hoping and thinking it's going to break that red top band and get to that 2080 again. But it did exactly the opposite. So we'll see. Silver is looking much better than gold. And the golden internal support rail that was broken after COVID, it basically got back tested, and you can see here that 1750 level together with the black support, that was a double support, came all the way to the blue top band. It tried to break the blue top band, but so far haven't managed. But I think if it does break, it will get to that red resistance at 21 or 2080 or so. maybe another pullback, and then after that, if it breaks 21 level, there's not much overhead resistance above that. So after that, I mean, so anything, I think it's going to come down towards 25, 26, which has significant resistance at around like 26, 25. I think it will come up all the way there again. Platinum, we had bought this bounce at 818 because that red bottom band held at 800. The top band, this is February 2021. Okay, that's more than 1.5 years already. And the green top band has to be broken for more upside all the way to the red top band. But so far, no breakout. I'm going to be watching that, obviously. So this broken black channel didn't hold at the backtest, so we can delete that one, which means it wants to keep on going. But maybe the green top band is going to hold. We're going to see one more dive, and then a break to the upside is going to look extremely bullish. The next target is going to be 1,100, which is the red top band. Last commodities is copper. The break out of the green channel was obviously bullish after the bounce off the golden bottom band. That basically confirmed it as a channel, that golden bottom band. This is CPI announcement, so it basically broke that blue support. But before it touched the golden bottom band one more time, it rallied. Now maybe it's going to stop at the black and blue double resistance, come back down to touch that golden, and then a rally. Basically, that would basically target 800, 380, 390. It could still happen. But obviously, this golden channel looks like a bear flag. Okay? It's a part of this downtrend. And where does this downtrend come from? It started at the red top band right here. Okay? The red top band. This is war in Ukraine. But it failed to break that red top band, and it came down hard. And then finally break that blue bottom band to the downside at around 425. And that was a waterfall which was stopped by this red internal support around 310. But it doesn't mean it's going to stop there. It may come down all the way to 220, which is the COVID low right here. Okay, there is that. Obviously, copper has to get to that red top band at 500 and break it to the upside for much higher prices. But at the moment, this red mega channel is in control. Let's have a look at euro. Okay, let's have a look at the euro long-term view first. That golden bottom band is still holding with a damage. Just, it basically came for a parity. Tried to break that golden bottom band, but so far failed to break it to the downside. Those two touches there, 1, 2, 3, a few touches here, it's still holding. The blue top band held, the blue bottom band right here, so this blue channel is in control. But if it can break, and if it goes beyond 1011, yeah, 1011, I think it can break that purple resistance as well. And it's going to get to that red top band. And then we'll see whether that red top band, which is around 105, can get through. Or if it holds, it's going to come back down one more time. Pound sterling, I gave 113.50 as the long-term support. This is 2016, Brexit, then COVID. Then the black top band, you can see here, at 142 it held. And pound sterling got decimated, and it's at 114.18 right now. But the black bottom band, which I marked a few times, was 113.50, and it bounced right off that level. Actually, there was another, we could have 113.40, but doesn't matter actually. It bounced so far, and it is probably going to break out of this blue channel, which it had already done, but with CPI announcement it came down further again. But I think there is a good chance it's going to break that blue top band eventually and get to that red top band, and then that would of course become a potential downtrends top band. So I would be watching it with very careful eyes to the 117.50 level if it breaks out of the blue. So if it does hold, I think we're going to see one more dive, and then a break to the upside would look only bullish. US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, this here is a long-term view right here. Okay, that golden top band, the golden bottom band right here, this is 1990. This is a weekly chart. That is the first resistance. The red top band, the red internal is really good. The red bottom band. So that is the second resistance. The black top band is the third resistance, which confirmed it as a channel. So this is where it started. And the blue resistance. So the recent high at 145 or just below 145 was a quadruple resistance. Looks like a quadruple resistance. For it to be confirmed, it has to break the golden bottom band, and it has already 3 touches, so the 4th touch is going to break it. Any move below 142.40, 142.35 is going to look very bearish, because it may really start another round of selling. Okay, and DXY has to come down to the green bottom band for more downside, for at least a correction. Okay, this golden top band, this is a multi-decade channel that was broken to the upside. We may get a back test around 100 on that if the blue bottom band, if the green and blue bottom band breaks, but then after that it's probably going to rally again from 100. So we are at 100 and 109. And Aussie dollar, it is testing that red, okay, and green supports again. If it can break that blue channel to the downside, if it can break that blue channel, the downtrend blue channel to the upside, then it can get to that purple top band, which is a speculative target. Obviously, the red and green supports are still holding. The red one is a very long-term one, as you can see here, and it's still standing its ground. Similarly, Kiwi. Okay, this red downtrend all the way from 2014. This is the COVID crash, and the green support held perfectly. You can see here. That's what I showed a few times. Anything to break that blue channel is going to look very bullish. I think this here is an interim low already that we just saw this week. So it's going to rally, possibly a minimum of 61.50. That's the minimum target. That's 61.50. Okay, this is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's red support is the one to watch. And of course, the green channel is in control, that downtrend, and the 2 touches there, 3 touches at the bottom band. It's still very much in control, that green downtrend. I'm going to show you on the daily, maybe not a real touch on the top band, but I think this green channel is in control. Where it turned really bearish was, of course, the break of the blue, and then the break of the golden channel to the downside. Okay, and since then it basically broke down this black bear flag, and if the red support breaks, then there is more downside all the way to 11,000. Ethereum has given up, so I'm going to show you right here. Okay, there are quite a few supports, but the main support that was broken was the golden bottom band, This was the bounce, but then it basically gave up everything. It was like a waterfall break. But then rally, so this black bear flag had formed following the break of the green downtrend. So that looked very good following the break of the green downtrend. You can see how many back tests it has done on the green. But now the black bear flag is broken, which is why it's looking very bad right now. So that red resistance is holding and the black bear flag is broken. So we're going to see another touch on the green, okay, at 12.75. If it breaks, then the next level is going to be the red internal support one more time. And if that one breaks as well, more downside towards 450. Yeah, if this green support doesn't hold, which it did last two touches. Yeah, this green channel, yeah, how many touches? Look, 3 touches on the top, 2 touches at the bottom. So that one, the breakout, the back test, two back tests. It's coming for the third back test, and then we'll see whether it holds. Zcash is down 5%, and it's basically because of this black resistance, and maybe it's gonna back test that 36 level, which is the blue, and the red, and it's basically forming a wedge, but it doesn't look good, obviously. And the Litecoin, I'm sorry, Litecoin is coming down to the red bottom band. That is around 52.85, maybe a bounce, and if it has to break that red top band, otherwise if it breaks to the downside, it will, in my opinion, the ultimate goal of Litecoin is the 27 level, which is the blue, and maybe not the blue, but the golden at around 27, 28. Okay, so that's, I think, the ultimate target, to touch that, so that you can see the golden top band, the golden bottom band, and quite a few touches. There are more altcoins which I normally cover during the week for the subscribers. At the moment, this video has already been quite long, and I hope it helps. I'm at tradingchannels.uk, and you can find me at tradingchannels on Twitter. There is a free trial for 10 days. And there's also individual stocks that I cover every day. Join the crowd. Bye guys, bye.